So you could pick one of them, one-off match. You don't know the format, and you don't know where they're playing.
Are they fit?
They are 100 out of 100 fit. Ben Stokes or Patrick Cummins.
Can they ever both be 100% fit? Don't both of them have missing digits?
No.
No, they got damaged.
Is it?
Damaged.
Yeah, it's just
so Pat Cummins misses the top of his finger, and is it one of Ben Stokes' fingers that doesn't work?
No, it's kind of like that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's got Ben.
So they're never 100% fit.
Well, didn't he say? Remember that catch at Trent Bridge? Didn't he say it was because his fingers like
bent?
that he caught it?
Yeah.
So maybe he's 100%.
There we go. Yeah.
His finger is crooked.
Yeah.
It's permanently crooked.
It was his dad that had missed the finger.
It was his dad.
It was
I
his
knew
dad.
they had a finger
That's
thing
why
in
he
common.
does that, wasn't it? Because it was a
Did you
symbol
bring this
to his
up
dad.
just so I could do 10 minutes on the fingers?
That's the
whole
bloke.
new show.
That's the fella with the tattoos, love and hat. He got love on this and a hat on this because he didn't have a little finger. He just love and hat.
So it's Ben Stokes then, right?
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Ben Stokes or Pat Cummins?
I think
One-off
Pat
game.
Cummins is a better cricketer, but you have to pick the all-rounder in that conversation because he allows you to pick another bowler or another batter. So I think if we're being really honest, no one would say that Ben Stokes is a better cricketer than Pat Cummins.
I would.
I don't think he's a better cricketer.
Well, you just said it. I've said it.
Yeah, but you were wrong.
All right, there we go.
Can we edit that out?
Yeah. No, keep it in.
So why is Ben Stokes a better cricketer? And then we'll find out why he isn't.
Dynamic, more dynamic, changing the game marginally more than Pat Cummins. Worthy cricketer, Pat Cummins, excellent. Lovely captain, nice fella. I'm having Ben Stokes. He's got a bit. I want a bit of that.
As a bowler, who would you rather have?
As a bowler,
Yeah.
as an out-and-out bowler, Cummins is better.
It's not even close. That's
But
not even
no,
close.
it's not. But,
Right,
but Ben Stokes will change your game. He'll change your game for you. And he can sense, as Flintoff could.
So better captain,
A better captain, Ben Stokes.
more natural captain.
More natural.
Certainly
The
more
other
natural,
bloke, more predictable. Very predictable.
I think Cummins is coming into his captaincy more and more, but he has to think about it, whereas Stokes just gets it naturally. But let's be honest, Cummins has won a couple of World Cups from nowhere.
He's got a great
And a
team.
World Test
He's a
champion.
great
World Test
team.
championship,
He seems a wonderfully nice role model for Australian people.
I think,
He's fabulous.
I think
He's
if you were looking though at if I said to you, you can have a Test bowler who averages 22 over a player who can average 37 with the bat and 34 with the ball, whatever Stokes' averages are. I think it would be, and I get why you're saying Stokes is better, but I'm not sure that you wouldn't just take the Test bowler who can average 22 because he's probably in the long run going to win you more matches. But the difference is that Stokes isn't just his numbers. He is the ability to fit an extra player into your side.
That's what I'm saying. I've got him in my team so I can get somebody else in.
Also, it's worth saying that Stokes is one of the best fielders in the world, right? So he amps your team up a little bit more there. Cummins isn't a nothing on batting and has actually done some, he won a Test match for Australia with the bat,
He's
right?
He's okay.
No, but what I mean, he's not nothing with the bat.
No,
He's not McGrath.
No.
So if you think about it, what Cummins averages, let's say 22 with the ball, McGrath averages 21. McGrath gives you nothing with the bat, right? And Cummins gives you what? 15, 20, 25, whatever that may be, and can bat for long periods of time and can be a captain. But yeah, I think if you're talking about impact, it's Bradman aside, it's very hard to pick a specialist player ahead of any of the great all-rounders because they are not just what they do on the field. They are literally the ability for you to go in with 5 bowlers and 7 batters. Right?
It might be my outlook that you just mentioned there, impact. I want an impact player, and I'm going to go with Stokes.
So what about when Stokes can't bowl, which is becoming more and more of a situation that England are facing up to?
But,
Does that change your answer?
Our discussion was that they're both fit.
I know. I'm changing the discussion.
Right.
So
do I want a batter or a bowler, is what you're saying now?
Yeah, well, you've got the choice.
There's no comparison between Stokes' batting and Cummins' bowling. You would pick Cummins 100 times out of 100.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. But I've now got Cummins, so I'm saddled with how do I balance my team?
Yeah, and
who's my wicket keeper? And have I got an all-rounder slotted in?
And that's the point of why Stokes is so important, right?
Kind of why I'm asking.
Yeah, so I think it's
a trick question, isn't it?
It is a trick question. So if you think about who's this... Okay, so do we all agree Bradman's the best cricketer of all time? right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't need to talk about that, right? Second best cricketer of all time is really interesting because people, before we get to Sobers, people might throw in Warne, right? They might throw in Tendulkar. There's a few different cricketers to throw in. But how do you go past what Imran Khan, Sobers, and Kallis did? Because as good as they were as players, they also allow for you to essentially have another half of a player.
There's a name, Kallis. There's a name. And he gets bypassed.
Would you have Stokes over Kallis?
Ooh.
So one player, Kallis played, I think.
You wouldn't.
I think I'd have Kallis.
You'd have.
How could you not have Kallis?
Exactly. You'd have to have Kallis.
Oh, that's right. I thought you were going to.
Oh no.
I'd have
What,
Kallis.
a number 3 bat?
Can I tell you my
somebody who's
favourite
taken
Kallis story?
200
I've
test
got
wickets?
a favourite Kallis story as well.
Come on then. This is your platform.
South Africa are playing Bangladesh, and I think it was Neil Mackenzie and Graham Smith put on like 400 runs for opening partnership. I think it might be the world record for the biggest opening partnership ever. Right? Kallis comes in to bat, and he makes 40 not out of 120 balls afterwards. Gets a red inker. Just genius level of, it doesn't matter what you guys have done, I'm here to make sure I don't go out. Like completely oblivious to everything that's going on around him. Whereas, what would Stokes do in that situation? He would have made 40 off 12 balls, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so, there was always that argument between Flintoff and Kallis, right?
Yeah.
Of like, one guy was...
For about 18 months.
Yeah, for about 18 months. Obviously, it's no longer a conversation anymore. But for about 18 months, you were like, Flintoff he's gonna do everything to impact the game. And Kallis doesn't even notice the game is going on.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, it's like
genius.
that one over, isn't it? Everybody talks about that over. That Flintoff bowls to Kallis.
When he couldn't see because of the side screen.
So
like,
when you're batting for long periods and your mental capacity and you're bowling, you've got to be fit. He's an all-rounder. So McCallis' story, preparation at the Wanderers, coming down that cage tunnel from the changing rooms onto the pitch. We're doing an interview right at the bottom. They're going out South Africa. It's hot, and there's this ripped PT instructor or squaddy who's going to have his 10 minutes with them, and they've got to do all that running about and charging around. And they've all come out, and they're all looking very sprightly. And then there's a pause, and Jacques Kallis comes down. And I'd never heard him speak, this bloke, as he walked past us, and he says, "I hate this," and carried on in a slovenly manner. One of the greatest cricketers we've seen.
He was.
Would you pick Stokes over Cummins?
I would, yeah. I think as a captain, he shades Cummins.
He's a better fielder
Obviously,
too.
he's an all-rounder over Cummins.
It's an interesting one because he's not great at any one thing. Forget captaincy and
I think he's capable of great moments,
Exactly.
right? Or great innings. As a bowler, there's a bit of beefy about him, as far as
do you know what he is? I'll give him this, and I think Cummins is pretty good at this too. But when we looked at it, when there were I think it was 100-run partnerships in the middle overs, the two best bowlers of the last 20 years, when nothing is happening on a pitch, are Neil Wagner and Ben Stokes. Their ability to get wickets when no one else could get wickets is...
That's what I mean by a bit of beefy.
Yeah, there's something incredible about that.
Beefy would do that.
Yeah. And we know that there are players like Beefy and like that before, but we don't have the access that we can look with Stokes.
Incredible belief, Beefy, in that I'll just get him out. Bowling nonsense, really.
One thing I like about Stokes is, do you remember in Edgbaston, I know he didn't end up winning the game, but it was like he tried about 4 or 5 different things.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'll try just my normal outswingers. Oh, that's not working. I'll try my in swingers. I'll try my bouncers. I'll try cutters. I'll try slow. Like that ability, and
that's
you can do
beefy.
That
was beefy.
And you can do that when you're an all-rounder, right?
Yeah.
When it's not your main job. It's harder when you're a front liner. Whereas with Cummins, I remember that same game, he started bowling big in swingers out of nowhere, and it had been years since I'd seen Cummins do anything except just attack the top of off stump. Now, if you bowl 90 miles an hour at the top of off stump and you can move the ball both ways, you don't need to do many other things, right?
And you're accurate.
Yeah, as accurate as he is, especially. But it's really noticeable that Cummins he will only do anything else as a last resort, whereas Ben Stokes is like, I tried 5 balls in this method, I'll try 3 in this one. It's just a very different method about thinking about cricket.
And don't forget, Beefy in his prime was sharp. He was sharp, quick enough. Yeah, go on. Who's the next trick? It's going to be. Who do you think's better, 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐿 Tendulkar or Virat Kohli?
Don't give him ideas.
Don't give him ideas.
Do that one. Did we do that week 1?
Oh, did we? Have we already done that?
Probably done that.
Can't
Good.
remember.
I'm still getting hate mail about
Yeah,
the
you do. We get
Tendulkar
it.
Lara
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where I picked Tendulkar,
Yeah.
and Tendulkar fans are complaining. I was like, are you guys mad? I literally, you're complaining with me because I didn't pick him hard enough?
I don't look. I do not look.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.